In practical terms, the realisation of a Jewish state in Palestine faced the immense challenge of demographics. 92% of the land of Palestine was inhabited by non-Jewish people. A Jewish state required a Jewish demographic majority. Without it, how else could you justify having a Jewish state whose national emblem, coat of arms, symbolism of its flag, the lyrics of its national anthem, the national holidays, the nature of its laws, the control of its parliament, its government departments, and its armed forces correspond directly to Jewish culture when the majority of the population was 92% Christian and Muslim. The aspiration for a state with a distinct cultural and religious identity necessitated significant demographic shifts and the expulsion of the Palestinians in the catastrophe of 1948. In the face of these challenges, we are reminded of our calling to embody the virtues that St. Paul so eloquently articulated: humility, gentleness, and patience. Humility allows us to see and feel the suffering of others, recognizing that their pain is intertwined with ours. Gentleness guides our actions and our words and our thoughts, ensuring that we contribute to healing rather than adding to the wounds of history. Patience is not a passive state. It is an active and courageous embrace of hope and a commitment to the arduous journey of reconciliation and a testament to our unwavering faith in God's promise of peace. The people of Palestine, our fellow children of God, endure hardships that stretch the limits of our understanding. Their daily lives, marked by restrictions and uncertainties, remind us of the global struggle that we all faced during the pandemic. The constraints of closed borders, social distancing, quarantine, all tested our patience and resilience. Yet, these inconveniences we faced, though significant, are but a fraction of the perpetual trials faced by those living in the shadow of conflict. As Christians, we are called to empathy, to a solidarity that transcends borders, and to a love that relentlessly seeks justice and dignity for all of God's children. In our pursuit of understanding and peace, let us resist the urge to hastily judge and misconstrue acts of desperation as hatred. Instead, let us recognize the deep-seated pain, the profound longing for dignity, and the fundamental right of self-determination which resonate at the core of this enduring situation. The events unfolding in the Holy Land call for a clear stance against violence and a steadfast commitment to the sanctity of life, principles at the heart of the teachings of our Lord Jesus Christ. Unfortunately, over many years, many Western Christian leaders, including archbishops, presidents, moderators, priests, and pastors, due to direct or indirect intimidation by the Israeli regime, have refrained or hesitated to speak out against the state of Israel's illegal occupation and oppression of the Palestinian people. The reasons for this are many. They include the fear of being labelled anti-Semitic, sensitivity toward Jewish friends, ignorance of Arabs, including Palestinians, and their historic contributions to society, as compared with familiarity of Jewish contributions, negative perceptions of Islam, a genuine misunderstanding of Christian liturgy that mistakes the Israel of the Bible with the current political landscape. nation-state of Israel. And most dangerously, a desire to be balanced, despite the fact that Israel-Palestine is an unbalanced situation. The Palestinian Christians, who have been the stewards of Jerusalem and the living witnesses of Christianity, this has been painful to watch. That so many of our Christian leaders, people of conscience, and people of integrity have visited Palestine, seen the injustice done at the hands of the Israeli regime against the land and its people, and yet have failed to speak a prophetic word of truth to the people of power. It is for us as painful as watching Christian Zionists who come to visit, yet fail to recognise the humanity of the Palestinians, fail to ask the right questions, fail to see the wounded, the oppressed, the afflicted, and the broken. And like the priest and the Levite in the parable of the Good Samaritan, turn their faces and walk on the other side, denying the reality of injustice and oppression that is taking place. Sadly, this morning I heard some disturbing news, which saddens me to share. Many churches in Australia are closing their doors today because the country we are praying for is Palestine. The Gospels are full of incidents where local religious leaders clashed with Jesus on an